Candy Kristoff, and welcome for your Tuesday legacy lesson. And the lesson today is one that I think is really going to ring home with a lot of people. For those of you who are just tuning in and you're wondering, who's Candy Kristoff? What's this girl all about? Well, I'm Candy Kristoff. I'm a licensed social worker. I'm a Christian. I'm a mother. I'm an author. I'm an artist. God has just given me lots of talents. And I believe in utilizing all of them. But the reason why I'm on now today with you is because I've been married for over 30 years. And at year 32, we hit a hiccup. And at that hiccup, I was like, God, make this make sense. You know, when you've been married for 32 years, you are on autopilot. So you see. And my husband and I found ourselves just 72 hours from divorce property settlement. That close. And by the grace of God, I was able to get to a place where I could hear God saying, be still. And even though my pastor said, Candy, don't get ahead of God, Candy was doing what Candy wanted to do. And long story short, I asked God to make it make sense. And what I got from him was purpose that pain. Purpose that pain so that other couples in ministry and other couples in business together won't get stuck where we once got stuck at. Because if we can be that close to divorce, then there are others who are in similar situations who need to hear what we've been through. Hopefully, prayerfully, we can help you see that you can have both. You can have your business and you can have the love of your life right there with you. You can have your ministry and you can be fondly in love with your spouse of multiple years. We are living proof that you can have both. As a result of that, I've written several books. One is called Business on the Legacy Ladder. The second book that is coming out on the 16th is Marriage Make It Last. And the third one is Ministry, being spiritually strategic. And I want you to know that today we're going to talk a little bit about some of the things in this book. But your lesson for today is, what do you do when one partner wants to go, and the other partner enjoys just being at home and chilling and relaxing? You see, when we all are wired differently, we are, and opposites attract. And I think that's one thing that attracted Andre and I to each other. He had a carefree, loving, fun spirit, and I, of course, was the bookworm business person, always on. But what I enjoyed, what drew me to him, was the fact that he could say, hey, you've been working hard long enough. It's time to take a break. And he was that break for me. I met Dre in my sophomore year of college. Dre, did we meet in my sophomore, or did we get married in the sophomore year? We met in my sophomore year, he says. Long story short, he was the interruption that I needed in my day to make my days worth living and enjoying at the time. When you make a commitment to 4 years in college of being poor and studying and on the grind, you need that breather. And Dre was my breather and still is my breather today, and vice versa. But what do you do when you wired differently? When Crystal was born, Crystal had this wild spirit about her. She was fun-loving, she was adventurous, thrill-seeking, just like her dad, loved to play. And I remember saying to Senior at one time, Dre, I don't want to break her spirit. I just want to tame it a little bit. So here we are at, what's they call this thing we're at, Dre? We're at cruising on the Gulf. Cruising the coast. You can see right behind me. There we are on the coast. And There are times when I felt like I wanted to just be at home, and Dre felt like, I want to go. What do you do? What do you do? And likewise, in businesses, one may want to expand and the other one may feel more comfortable being safer or playing it safer with the convenience that you have without expanding. They may feel more comfortable with the stability of where you are now. One may have big dreams and the other one want to just guard that peace. Without communication, those differences comes to criticism. You always want to do, you always want to do, you always want to do. You know what I'm saying? You've been there. We've been there. You always want to go. You always want to stay. I'm here to tell you, you can have both. But it does take compromise. And compromise doesn't mean failure. It doesn't mean that you have failed at what you wanted to do. It just means that you acknowledge that both of what you both want is important. And not one more important than the other, but as equally important as the other. Compromise is covenant work. Compromise is not defeat. It is divine balance. In business and in ministry, you have to pace yourself. And in order to pace yourself, you're doing more than coexisting. You're thriving together. One of the things that I didn't like when Dre first thought of the idea of getting a motor home was we're going to be on the go all the time. Now we're going to be on the go all the time. And I like my quiet time and I like my home time. But what I didn't realize at the time was that this is just what we needed. It allows him to be out and on the go, and it allows me that comfort, that safety net that we need. It allows us to be able to work and play at the same time. It's legacy living. And if your spouse has thought about and said to you, hey, let's look at doing something totally out of the box, be open to it. Be open to it. It can provide just that balance that you need. God designed us differently. He designed us, Dre's heading out. He designed us to balance different, to want things differently, but those differences actually are attractions to us. He designed us with a purpose, and it is because of those differences that we thrive. That's our sweet spot. When he's happy and I'm happy, when you're happy and your spouse is happy, that's your sweet spot. So I want to encourage you to look at your differences, embrace them, rather than pushing from them. The grass may appear greener on the other side, but it doesn't mean it tastes just as sweet. It doesn't mean it's just as good. When one partner is on the go, 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 they move from vision to drive. And the staying partner protects the rest and the reflection. Both are spiritual gifts. One leads to movement and the other moves to mindfulness. In my book, Business on the Legacy Ladder, in chapter 2, I talk about needing to have the vision. In the workbook, it provides opportunity for both of you to think about, to discuss what that vision look like. What does your life look like in your view? What do you want it to look like in a year from now, 6 months from now, 5 years from now? If you don't look at what that vision look like, you both will find yourself wanting different things, or even maybe wanting the same thing, but failing to communicate that. So when you actually have it, you won't appreciate it to the degree because you won't recognize you're finally there. You won't recognize it. Rhythm and vision and communication, that will prevent burnout. burn out from your efforts, burn out from your marriage, burn out from just try to hang in there. Create a calendar. You know, Google has a calendar that you can share with your spouse, so that when there's something coming up that Andre wants to go to or that I feel is important, then we can share that calendar. And when we're looking at something, we can plan around that. Night times are not just for cuddling, not just for debriefing for the day, but it's also for planning for tomorrow. And if you have your shared calendar, then you know when something's on the schedule. It don't just creep up on you, and at the last minute you won't be like, but I had planned to just be in. I planned to just relax. You can have that opportunity and that foresight to plan so that you both have what you need. You both get what you want out of life and out of the weekends. So stop trying to make your partner be what you want your partner to be. Stop trying to make them change, breaking them. Embrace who they are. Because after all this time, if they haven't changed, it's just because they are who they are. And the truth of the matter is, you don't want someone to change you. You want someone to love you for who you are. And your spouse, they want the same. They want you to love them for who they are. Whether they're boring and like to be bored, or whether they enjoy life and like living it to the fullest, they want you to love them for who they are. So, create that calendar. Share the vision. Honor the pace that you both are at. And last but not least, connect before you correct. Understanding is the best thing of all. You know, when I asked Dre at one time, why you like to go? Why you want to be gone all the time? And he said to me, Candy, I'm 9 years older than you. I don't know how much longer I have left. I don't want to have any woulda, shoulda, couldas. I want us to enjoy it together. When we connected at that level, then I stopped fighting and pushing. Then I started embracing. Maybe you need to ask your spouse to help you to understand why they are like they are. Understanding is connecting at that deeper level, and that will help you to see what you may need to pivot, what you may need to change. Understanding is that sweet spot. Unity doesn't mean uniformity. What it means is that we understand one another. So before saying you never support me, you don't like doing what I like to do, you always want to drain my energy or this or that, connect emotionally. And remember, when you compromise, it makes you feel safe and it makes your spouse feel safe. Now, ask your spouse, are you the go, go, go person, or are you the homebody? Ask them, or put it in the text, the chat, and let me know, are you the homebody or are you the go, go, goer? Sharing is caring. I want to encourage you to share this video with your spouse, because one of you are opposites, and there needs to be a deeper understanding as to why. Now, one thing that's going to be coming up the first week of November is my Love and Leadership Reset experience. Yes, Love and Leadership Reset experience. You'll be seeing things about it on social media. But what I want to encourage you to do is to set your calendars for the first week of November for Love and Leadership, because we need to make sure that we connect. Conflict is not covenant. Speaking of that, as we look at how we can rise together, remember that October is breast cancer awareness and domestic violence awareness. If you're going to be in the area of Alexandria, Louisiana or Central Louisiana, come join me at Mount Zion Baptist Church, where I will be talking about rising. I will be talking about domestic violence, real-time intervention and support for empowerment. Because I have found out that if you have witnessed or experienced domestic violence, you most often will spend the rest of your life trying to heal from it or trying to get out of the cycle from it. Rise above domestic violence. Let's rise together. Remember, power couples aren't born, they are built. And the next generation is watching us. So let's give them something worth inheriting. Your legacy, my legacy, their legacy. It's too important to keep to ourselves. It's too important not to share. Remember, sharing is caring. So like and pass this on to someone else who needs it. I'm Candy Kristoff, and I'm giving you your legacy lesson for today. Are you that go one? Or are you the homebody? And let's look at compromising the calendar. Let's look at sharing it. And let's look at leaving a legacy worth sharing, worth leaving. Thank you for tuning in. And I'm at Cruising on the Gulf. There's lots of cars here, lots of excitement here, lots of experiences and legacy here. So tune in for more. And bye-bye for now.